All right, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to take a look at some FL Studio, essential plugins that you will need when making beats. Most of the time we use a lot of um, third-party plugins, and we sometimes forget that inside FL Studio there are great plugins that can do most of the stuff that the third-party plugins are doing, and these are going to be my top plugins that you will need to make amazing beats inside FL Studio with no stress. So I will just go for my number one. For my number one plugin I like is Morphine. I have not make any beats in my life that Morphine is not it, and one of the things I like using is the bass. I use a lot of the bass, and sometimes I use the keyboards. I use sometimes the leads and the pads and atmospheric sounds depending on what I'm working on. But the bass, like every time I use the bass. In fact, this is my bass plugin. I don't use most of third-party plugins when I'm making bass. So let's just listen to what I have created here. The bass line here. You see? I'm using the preset bass scrolling FM FG. So let's hear it in context of like the beats. So if it's inside the beats, like, so if you are looking for good bass line, like to create crazy bass line, I think Morphine has a lot of stuff. You can slide, do a lot of stuff. So that's Morphine. I like it for bass a lot. And then the second one I'm going to mention is going to surprise you. Sakura. I love this plugin a lot. This plugin is very, very important as well. I like using the violin inside strings. I like the violin. I like this the apps, and then I like this some few presets here that are very great if you are working on certain beats that you want to add emotion to it. Aside from that, you can also go here for the banks. There are a lot of atmospheric sounds parts here, but personally I like to use the violin. So let's just preview the violin. So let me go and play this thing, the chord that I'm using here. So let's see. So let's just try and drag something to see how the violin will sound. So let's just say, so you can see it's very the violins are very nice and realistic, and most of the time you see, so it is very nice. Sometimes if you want to make it more realistic, you can add a slide. I like to add slides. Sometimes it makes it more realistic. Sometimes let's just try. You see, so you can play with slide and play velocity. You hear it? So it's simple, so you can play along, and sometimes let's just listen. I someone. So it is nice. I like Sakura a lot. Try it out. It is very, very good plugin. And then another one is where is it? Where is it? GMX. GMX is also a good plugin. Now inside here, I also like using bass. I like using this particular bass. So I like using this analog bass for very nice if you are looking for some kind of Reese bass. And then some of the lead sounds, sometimes I'm making some kind of my piano, all these stuff. It is very great plugin. Like, play around with it sometimes if you don't have the opportunity or the money to buy all these expensive plugins. Inside here you can do a lot. So GMX is another plugin that I like to use. So let me just emulate that. Uh, okay, let me just emulate this into bass. So let's just listen. So let's say, sorry, I'm supposed to take this a little bit this way. Okay, so if I take it down, so if you bring it down, so bring this down again. So you can great plugins here. You could play around here, a lot of presets here. Most of the time you don't always look for. And the next one is the next one that I like to use. I'm previewing just instrument plugins, not mixing plugins. So the next one I like to use, let me check which one I use a lot, but which one? I think I use Poison a lot at some point, but I stopped using Poison for some time. But let's preview Poison. Poison also has very great stuff here. Great, great, great. Especially if you are making some piano or some kind of, if you need some aggressive sound, appreciator, and some, you can hear it. And then a good bass. Very good plugin. You can go through it and experiment. You will see how Poison works. But I think one of the most common plugin in FL Studio that everybody use these days is Flex. And to be honest, Flex is very nice. Although I don't use Flex that much, but I can tell you Flex is very great. The few times that I've used Flex, let me load up Flex. In fact, if you don't know Flex, that means there's a problem. Here is Flex. It has a lot of stuff, like a lot of guitars to like, let's just say it has everything, 808s, it has like some drums, it has a lot, like a lot. I can't even say. If you need a plugin that is like everything, like this is just like Nexus, it has everything, piano, you can see. If you are new to FL Studio, this stuff is really great. You can use this to do most of your beats without. So this is nice. You can use this to like make chill trap beats and different stuff. It has tons of guitar, tons of bass line, bass presets. It has 808, it has plugs, it has, in fact, it has MIDI, general MIDI library and stuff like that. It is great plugin. I think you should check out Flex if you really want to make beats with FL Studio plugins. Flex is very good. I think these are like my top four, but um coming to it, there is Other ones that sometimes I do use that are also very, very nice. Let me check here. Okay, I don't use too much of. When I first started, I used to like use this Autogun. Autogun is another great plugin, but I don't use it that much again. But it has this a lot of parts and atmospheric sound, and due to what I heard, this stuff has some unlimited preset, like about thousands of them. I don't even know if it is true, but people used to say it has thousands of presets here. Sorry, but so this plugin is very straightforward. It's just one like few knobs here that you can use to increase gain, and then that's all. So it's just simple plugin. That's a lot of preset according to reviews, but I don't use it that much. But to be honest, look at the presets. It has about, I don't know how many. These are many million presets. Look at it here. Look at the numbers. Preset numbers. It's showing like about, is it 400 and something million or so. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. So it has a lot here. It has a lot. You can check this out if you are looking for free plugins to work with. And another plugin that is very nice is going to be this guy, Toxic Biocide. It is a very, very nice plugin too. Like this plugin, I tell you, this plugin is like, compared to some of the other paid synthesizers and all those stuff, this plugin does crazy stuff. You can find from piano, crazy plugins. Check out Toxic Biocide.